beautiful souls. This is Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. Today, I want to talk about manifestation. Who has not talked about manifestation? My guides today gave me this sentence, and I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to say it, and then you let it sit there for a little bit to see what it means to you. And so, this is what I heard. Feel not what you want, instead, feel what you feel. What? That's exactly what I said when my angels gave me that message this morning. I was floored. It made no sense whatsoever, and I asked for more guidance. So my guides told me to just let it sit with me for a little bit. Let it sit with me, and it will come. And so it did come. And here is what this means. This is the message that my angels were giving to me this morning that I am in turn sharing with you. When we feel into what we want, and you're feeling into, let's say, I want a new car, I want a better job, I want to leave my job, I want whatever it is that you want, right? When you're saying I want and you're feeling into that want, then you're actually telling the universe that you do not have it. So you are confirming and reaffirming the fact that it is not in your life. And what does the universe do? The universe takes that information and gives it to you. So if you're feeling into the I want, because obviously you do not have it with you and you are wanting it, then you're always in the wanting area, right? You're always in the I want, and that's always in the future. It's not saying I have, it's not saying that you have it with you, it's saying that you want this. So you're just reassuring, I do not have this, um and because I don't have it, I want it, right? So you are putting more scarcity into your life, into your awareness, into your field of attraction from the universe. And so, what does it mean to feel what you feel? And this is what it means. Let's say what you want, it's a new car. And I'm just going with that because it's easy to visualize. If I'm feeling into I want a new car, as I just explained, you are just reassuring that you don't have it. But if you feel into what you feel when you're thinking about that new car, now you're shifting the energies, right? Now you're going into, oh, this car feels amazing. Wow, I feel so amazing driving this car. The seats are higher. I fit quite comfortably here. The smell of it is just delicious. It's a very smooth ride. I'm driving this car and look at the space. I feel like $1,000,000 in this car. Oh my goodness, this is really what I want. But notice, you're feeling into what you're feeling when thinking of that thing that you want. You're not feeling into the I want a car. You're feeling into the feeling that you would have once you have it, right? Why do you want a car? Because the one I have is all messed up, or it's dirty, it's unreliable. It's dirty. Yeah, I know, that's a funny one. I don't know where that came from. I was visualizing a like a beat up car that's been like in an accident, and it has like the dull paint, and that's what came into my mind. But instead, what came out of my mouth was it's dirty. Yes, let's get a new car because my car is dirty. No. So what you are feeling into is something that you really want, right? How will this thing make you feel? If you want a trip, I was going to say field trip. Some of you know I was a teacher for 15 years. I taught art from kindergarten through 8th grade, and so I must have field trip. Um, so if let's say you want to go on a trip, on a beautiful trip somewhere that you've never been to, and it's incredibly expensive and perhaps out of your budget right now, but that's what you want, right? So instead of leaning and feeling into I want to be there or I want to take that trip, you feel into, oh my gosh, how wonderful the sand feels and the sun hitting my skin, and it's just the perfect weather and the breeze is blowing and I can smell the ocean, and oh my goodness, I am in paradise here. This is why I want to go there, because these are the feelings that I'm going to have once I get there. So you want to just feel into the feelings that the thing that you want is going to bring you. You just feel and imagine. You can close your eyes if you want to. You can just talk about it and just be in that moment of you living your life with that thing that you want. Let's say something about love, right? Let's say you want to attract the perfect partner for you, or just want to be feel loved by your partner that you already have, and you're not, you're, maybe your relationship is kind of fizzling down and you want that romance to come back. Then what do? You know, like how we're like, if we have somebody already in our lives and it's not the most perfect romantic relationship, especially with COVID when it's more difficult to travel places and go on a date, um, you can, instead of asking for I want to go on a date or I want more romance or I want, instead of asking that, which is still talking about the scarcity, it's not in my life right now, then you put it out there and in a different way, into like, oh my goodness, I really want to feel loved. I want to feel caressed on my skin. I want to feel appreciated, cherished. I want to feel um surprised when my partner leaves little love notes on my bed, on my pillow, or on my lunchbox, or on my computer or my laptop, right? So all of these little tokens of love and appreciation that will make you feel loved, feel appreciated, and feel like this is the relationship that I want, right? You tune into that, the feeling of what you want, and then that will bring it to you, right? Because you are living in that feeling. And the longer that you're able to sustain that feeling of like dreaming and feeling, and even to the point of being able to smell the skin of your partner, or if you, it was about the trip, smell the ocean, right? Smell that smell of the salt in the water. The more that you can make it real in your feeling, the faster the universe brings it to you and manifests it. So this is really, really important. And the longer that you're able to maintain that feeling of manifestation, of creation, the faster is also going to come to you. So you want to stay in this state of feeling what you want to be feeling once you receive the things that you have, because it's done. Once you put it out there, the universe has no choice but to deliver to you. So it's done. Once you decided, you begin to feel the things that you want to feel and you remain in there, then you want to repeat it. You want to do this as many times as you have time for during the day, um, or at least once a day, right? So it's kind of like the dreaming, the feeling of what you want. You feel it, feel it, feel it, and then you just forget about it. You allow the universe to bring it to you. You don't worry about the how or the when or how is that going to work out for me, right? You just make that feeling known. You put it out there to the universe, and then you go about your business. And then if you find yourself with time in your hands, or if you feel yourself having some type of moment when you are feeling that scarcity of what you do want that you don't have in the moment, then immediately recognize what that is, your ego saying you cannot have it, and change your focus, change it. So you're like, wait a second, ego, that's you telling me I don't have it, but I know I have it because I put it out to the universe. And then you immediately switch, you shift your thinking, your feeling, and you go back into that feeling, the feeling of how wonderful it feels to have that which you are asking for. It is that easy. It is that simple. I promise you that the more that you practice this, the more that you practice it with anything that you want to create and to attract into your life, the more that you will start to see it happening. And then the more you see it happening, what's going to happen? You're going to believe more in your own powers, in your own manifestations, in that the universe does care for you, in that the universe does deliver for you when you put it out there. But I've been trying to work on this and that for a year and it still hasn't shown up in my life. I have heard that before, right? We all have made that mistake. How does that happen? Why does that happen if we're putting these feelings out there and it doesn't show up? Why does that happen? It happens because we are living in a conditioned environment that we want everything to happen and to show up right now. We have no patience. We want things to be like right now. This is it. I set it out, I put it out to the universe, and what do you mean my car is not outside in the driveway as I walk out of my house? Right? No, it doesn't work that way. It can be really super, super fast. But what happens to us is that we begin to doubt ourselves. And once you begin to doubt that it is not coming, what you're doing is you're putting the brakes on your wish that you wanted this to come to you, and you're sending out a different message to the universe, and that is the message of non-belief. I actually don't believe this is going to happen. I've been doing this for 30 days and it's still not here. So yeah, that stuff doesn't work, right? So when you say that to yourself, you put the brakes on what's coming. And sometimes it's right around the corner and it's about to drive up into your driveway. And what happens is that you stop it. And so the universe takes it back. Okay, that was just a figure of speech of how that happens. But that really, really works that way. The issue with manifestation is that we as humans, living in this place of immediate satisfaction that we want, we don't have the patience or the discipline to maintain a practice for long enough for it to manifest. Some things manifest really quickly. You can start with something easy. You can manifest, let's say, $20. I want, some extra $20 that just show up from the universe. Nothing that I work for, nothing that I'm expecting. I want an extra $20. I want that to manifest for me right now. And then you start to feel the joy, right? Remember, feel into what you feel. Feel into how you would feel if you got that extra $20, right? You manifest these little things. You can manifest perhaps this somebody like an old friend that you haven't spoken to in a long time and you would really like to speak to them, but you lost their number or contact information and you really want to talk to them. You can manifest that. Oh my goodness, how would you feel if that person called you out of the blue? How would you feel if that person showed up in front of your house? How would you feel if you ran into the person while you were doing grocery shopping? It can be that easy. How about manifesting a fantastic day at work? Going to work and you dread it for whatever reason, you're not having a good time, you dislike this person, you feel this person dislikes you, whatever it is, manifest having a beautiful, wonderful day at work. Everything flows for you. Manifest all the green lights on your way somewhere, right? Begin with these little things and play with it. Set it out there and feel into what you feel. How would you feel? Excuse me. If you if you took the car and started driving, and you caught all the green lights, right? And you had put that out there as a manifestation. So play with this, play with little things so that the universe can show them to you really quickly. And then you can begin to build the trust in yourself that you are the creator, that you are creating your life, that you are able to bring these things to life, into your own reality, right? So you begin to create that connection with the universe, with yourself, that yes, you're doing it. And then the bigger things that you're asking for begin to come as well. How does that happen? It just happens by your belief, right? And not giving up. This is really, really, really important. Do not give up on your manifestations, whatever it is that you want to create. So that was the message from the angels this morning. I do my automatic writing. I'm not gonna lie. I used to do this every single morning, and I haven't been doing it as consistent. And my angels have really been asking me to get the practice back on schedule as I used to do it every single day as I used to. Is so powerful. Um, and last night, when I was doing this, just the words, the messages just flow so quickly. I mean, I ask a question in my automatic writing, and if you guys don't know what automatic writing is, basically, you sit down with either a pen and paper, which is how I started. Now I do it on the computer. I just type on a Google Doc, and you bring your guides. You bring the people or the energies that you're working with down, and what that means is whomever you work with, right? Let's say it's God, or for me it's the angels, or your past loved ones, or whomever it is, right? So you can ask God, please come to me and help me get some answers, or angels, thank you for being here. And then the first question that I always ask is, what do I need to know now? And then you just continue to write, and you will have a thought, an idea, something that comes, or your hand will start to move and you will start writing, and you'll be like, oh, something's happening. And then that is how you do automatic writing. You get the answers from your higher self, from God, from the angels, from whomever it is that you're working with or you believe, and you write them down. It's a really great practice to do it, to actually write it, because when you finish writing, and by the way, you keep on writing until your hand stops. And then when your hand stops, then you can ask a different question and continue if you want, or you can just leave it at that. Once you finish the automatic writing, you have evidence that you had this connection with your guides, or your higher self, or God, or the angel, whomever it is that you are working with. And so it's really powerful in being able to see the words down. And it's much more difficult than to say, I was just thinking this and actually that didn't happen, right? If you just think it, then it's really easy for you to dismiss it as it didn't happen. I was just making it up. If you write it down, you have evidence. And the more you do it, you'll see that the words that come through are more and more wise. And some of them are going to be like, I did not write that, or that did not come from me. And you'll know for sure that that was channeled, right? That it came from your guides. Anyway, getting off topic here. When I start doing my writing, I ask the question and the answer begins to flow before I even finish asking the question in my mind. It is that fast. It is that incredibly connected. Like, I know I'm being heard as I'm speaking. They're giving me the answers. And it is such a great way of connecting with yourself. So I highly encourage it. I can do a whole talk on automatic writing if you want. Next time, let me know. But for now, just feel into what you are feeling. That is the message today from the angels. Please like the podcast if you do like it, or subscribe, and give it a review if you really liked it. And that will really help other people find it and be able to listen to the messages as well. With that, I leave you until next time. Sending you much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.